Just to give a little information, you guys know it was built in 1942, and the house was one of the epicenters for the Black community. And we understood this from the beginning. We understood that the Harrison House was a landmark back in the day, but what we don't understand is how we can find a connection to bring it today. A lot of people don't understand what the Harrison House was, and so we were trying to find this connection, through, thanks, Ed, through two Las Vegas locals, okay? So basically our strengths and weaknesses, it was inadequate community recognition of the project, also lack of marketing system to capture and developing marketing targets and support database. We wanted to identify what was going on. A lot of people really don't understand anything about the Harrison House. We didn't understand anything about the Harrison House until it was brought to our attention when we seen your guys' video. And I sat through the whole thing and I was like, wow, when did this happen? I was like, I've been living out here 15 years and I never knew about this Harrison House. So reading up on the history was really important. And what we're trying to figure out is who wants to know this and why, Could you give me the next one? So we found this as a great opportunity to be a beacon to the surrounding neighborhoods of clean, green energy. What we wanted to do is we wanted to mix the rich history of the Harrison Center and put it with the green technology that's out there today. And we wanted to connect those two because we thought it was something that would be interesting, because it's something that's never been done by, promoting the history of a landmark from Vegas and including it with the technology that's happening today. Give me the next slide. So the objective was the Harrison House unique branding to set them apart from nonprofits, make them appealing for donors who want them given money. So basically what we're trying to do here is we're trying to find the people that are going to donate this money. We need to know who's got it, who's going to give it to us, and why. Because that's why we decided to go with the rich history and technology. This is two things that could bring forward to the community. That's something that's never been done before. The next slide. So our message was the model green home, preserving our past, protecting our future. This is something that was our tagline that we decided to include, and it's something that is making a connection to the people that are out there trying to give us money. Next one. And those are CEOs, CFOs. These are people that basically are the ones that have the money. Now, with these people, we have to be willing to give them a message, and we have to show them how they're giving back to the community. We have to show them exactly what kind of a return on investment they're going to get besides just giving us money. They have to feel that they're getting something out of it, or if they're helping. It's always better to give, but when you give, you still want to get some kind of recognition. And if we can show that we're making a movement where we're preserving, the past and leading something towards the future, this is something that they could say, hey, this is something I'm proud of and I'm a part of. Get to the next slide. These are some of the logos that we came up with, that we decided to set the logos and the branding with. This is something that from the beginning it has to be right. It has to give a right feel. Because when it's like a first impression, if you show up and it's, not looking so great, that's what they're going to think. But if we have it professional looking, and the CEOs, CFOs that are going to donate money can see this and see that it's professional from the beginning, that's going to make them want to move forward and see what else is out there, what else are we going to do. So go to the next slide. These are the business cards. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kevin. Basically, he's going to talk about some of the business cards and letterheads that we got together and why we're doing this.
Okay. These are the business cards that we chose, and this is the logo that we chose to set you guys apart from other people. As Luis was saying, it makes you look more professional. When you guys go to meetings with these executives, if you don't have a business card, you can't really be taken serious. So this is what we came up with. And the pricing for $10,000, that's from Franklin Documents, which is a local printing company. For $10,000, that's $500, and you can go through those pretty fast. So, and this is the letterhead that we came up with for you guys, and our intention for this was to be used in all communications with outside of the company. If you do that, then it makes you guys look a lot more professional, and people will take you more serious, and so that's what we are going for here. And for the letterhead at Franklin Documents, for $10,000, it's $600. The next thing that we wanted to do was to do flyers, mailers, leave behind, so you can leave with these people so they can remember you guys. And the one that I designed was the one on the left for you guys. 8 reasons to go green with Kusola. We wanted to point that out. The first reason, the sun energy is free. Number 2, you can sleep during them. The units run silent. Number 3, 4 to 5 hours of sunlight gives you 15 hours of continuous use. Number 4, the most conditional units take 75% to achieve the desired temperature, while Kusola only takes 20% of the time. Number 5 is the units aren't complicated to use. Number 6, the service life for the units is 30 years. Number 7, the units heat and cool. Number 8, they help save the planet. So that's what we were going for.
And the second one was the one to your, the next one was my infograph. And I really had a lot of fun with this one because a lot of people need a reason to buy. They always want something, why do I want to buy it? Why should I buy it? And so you need to answer those questions. And with this infograph, I did that. And, regardless if you say yes, no, or maybe, by the end, you're going to buy it. And you're going to want to invest into it. And so just to give you a quick example, let's just say you said no from the beginning. So you can't read it from there, but I'll go ahead and read it off. But let's say, it says, should you invest in a thermal air conditioning unit? And the first one goes no. And it says, do you care about saving money? No. And if you don't care about saving money, do you care about your future? No. Tired of giving Nevada Power all your money during the summer? No. Do you care about your existing life as a human and hope to be able to live on planet Earth while you're older? And then it says, okay. And then it reverts back and it'll say, the thermal air conditioning unit helps save our planet by reducing and eliminating greenhouse gases. And basically, no matter what it says, it'll come back to some benefit that the air conditioning unit will benefit. And, we're all tired of giving our money. And it's all coming, in a couple months. It was, 100 degrees a couple days ago, and we all had to turn it on. I did, and I'm like, oh, here it is, it's like, it's time to throw that money away. But if we show how people could save money at the same time while going into the Harrison House and while visiting it, they could see the benefits of, the rich history and the benefits that they're saving from this. It kind of had to wake them up and say, hey, maybe this is something that I'm looking forward to, So go to the next slide. And I'm going to turn it over to Sam. He's going to talk about his posters.
All right, the first poster up is the Harrison House, the yellow one. That's the one I created. It leads more towards the history, having Sammy Davis Jr. or actors like Pearl Bailey. It gives kids more of a, oh wow, I want to see what's going on here, what's behind this. And then once they get there, they see all this stuff, that the history of what Vegas is and where, how would I say, African Americans stayed at, places that you might find interesting to them. And,
okay, my name is Amir. Okay, the second poster is mine. Pretty much what I was trying to show was like a funky design of keep the environment green. Just with the simple trees and because every poster has like a regular picture of a tree or a plant or something. So I just went to a different direction, just make it look cool and colorful and things like that. Pretty much.
And I designed the last one. We wanted to design a poster that had the same logo mark as all the other ones, and basically it just says Harrison House has gone green, and then at the bottom it says go to Harrison House to find out how you can go green and save money too. And at the Franklin Documents too, we priced it out. It's about $300 for 500 posters, and those are 11 by 17. And with the posters, we kind of thought they could be distributed in the neighborhood to make awareness for the people around there and let them know that there's a house where they can go and they can find out not only about the history, but also about how that they can go green too and get the cool solar units in their houses and end up saving money. One thing that we also wanted to do is give you guys a website. So we designed a website for you guys to help get your name out there. To let everybody's got iPhones or smartphones. Everybody's got them. So we wanted to get your guys' name out there. which is a pretty cheap way to get you guys get out there. So the website that we designed, at the top where it says Harrison House in the white is a slider that can be updated with different information for you guys. We also, just a sec, we also have down below would be an updating, like for a vlog, when you guys update with new events, people come to clean up the house or something, or helping out, or the barbecues, you could put it up there. We also have down below the sponsors, the people that are helping you guys out. And you know, we just wanted to give you guys a website, and websites cost about $10 a month to maintain them and to keep them up and running. So,
and we figured that's the best way to go green, you know, to sit there and really, you know, you've seen us list all the pricing for all the paper. We all know it costs a lot of money, and when you're saying a message like you're going green and you're really wasting all this paper, printing out all this ink, then you're really kind of contradicting yourself, you know. So from the beginning we're saying, you know, let's get a website so where people could, you know, link up to this, you know, contact, leave emails. A lot of people, you know, they don't check their mail every day, but they for sure check their email every day. I know I do.
Check their Facebooks.
Or their Facebook's account or something like that. But also, a lot of these people in these communities don't have so much money where they might not connect, you know, to the internet. But like Kevin was saying, a lot of us have cell phones, and you know, every person will pay their $45 a month, and they usually have an internet connection on there, so they can get there somehow, you know, somehow. A lot of the other stuff that, you know, from the website still costs $10, but Facebook is free. And with social networking, it's been it's a big swing lately that's been coming up. And, you know, I have a dad that's 75 years old and he's on there. And so, you know, it's a lot for him to go on there because he really doesn't care about technology. But when he has an account, it's like, it means a lot to me because I'm like, he's getting with the program, you know. But just a couple of the facts, Facebook has 1 billion monthly active users as of October 12th. Facebook had 584 million daily active users. An average of 3.2 billion likes and comments were generated by Facebook users per day during the first quarter. Now, what this is basically going to do, once you get your, you know, Facebook page up there, it's going to basically gauge the market. It's going to be telling you who's clicking like, who's commenting, why. You know, you could post that video that you guys had on there. You can't print videos, but you could certainly post a video on there and have somebody check it out and be like, wow, that's a cool video. That's got a cool beat to it. I want to know more about the Harrison House. And they'll contact you on that page instantly. They don't have to call you. You don't have to talk to nobody. Sometimes people get really shy. They don't like talking on the phone, but they'll certainly email you or say stuff on this page that they wouldn't normally say to you, to your face, or make that initiative to call you. Also, Facebook is available in more than 70 languages. Once you get your tourism that, you know, the first team was talking about, once they start coming in, you're going to realize that it's not just Americans coming in there. It's people from Israel, it's people from India, it's people that speak a lot of different languages, and a lot of them probably won't be able to find out, but they sure have a Facebook account on the other side of the world, and they'll be able to contact you guys, and they'll be able to understand it in their language. Because there's something that, you know, as a Spanish speaker, I understand. When I used to sell cars, a lot of people wouldn't trust people in English because they didn't fully understand the contract. But when I would come in there and explain it in Spanish, they would go, oh, okay, cool, let's go drive, let's buy it, you know, because they feel comfortable about it, you know. And that's what we're trying to do with this Facebook page, is to internationally connect it. Once you have that crowd coming in, that's, you know, the international destination that comes into McCarran Airport, they'll all be able to contact this page, and they'll be able to do it in their own language. So with the monthly active users, again, it's on a mobile product, so, you know, even if they don't have an internet connection, if they're low-income people, I'm sure they have a cell phone, and I'm sure it's got a Wi-Fi connection, and they'll be able to do that. So our message from the beginning was just to go green. Skip all the print, skip everything else. Start with the website, start with, you know, what you guys know. Money. Yeah, save some money, and, you know, the letterhead and business cards, those are, you know, networking tools that are a necessity. But as far as the mailers and all that, it's just a shot in the dark sometimes. But this will always stay up, and it'll be cost effective.